I feel like we get to see Gwen take an even more active role this time around. And I am very curious, emotionally, what was the most challenging scene to get right?
Probably either the ending scene
Mhm.
or the scene where I see something in the garage. Those scenes were beyond challenging, and I was definitely easily the most nervous to do those. I felt a lot of knots in my stomach.
Okay. Were there a lot of takes involved, or was it just like once you got into the scene, it kind of eased?
No, yeah, there were definitely a lot of takes. The most challenging one, honestly, because the ending scene, it's all one shot.
Right.
So when we had to do that one again, we had to redo the entire scene. So that was definitely very nerve-wracking. But I mean, gotta do it until it feels right.
Yeah. So this might be the same answer, but logistically, what was the most challenging scene to get right?
Honestly, ooh. Ugh. That's honestly kind of hard. I feel like a lot of the scenes were very challenging.
Yeah.
Do you mean like emotional wise or like,
Just like physically from a logistical standpoint, because there's a lot going on. We're dealing with the
yeah, there's a lot.
supernatural, like you're getting pretty physical a lot.
Um, I would say maybe the underwater stuff. That was very
Mm.
challenging because also I've never done anything even close to like that before. So that was probably the most challenging to get right, especially because like, you know, you're not really able to see very well how it's gonna
Mm.
come across on camera. And my eyes were like so destroyed by the end of the day. So I was just like, I hope it looks good.
It looked great. It looked great. I couldn't tell that you were probably blinded in those
Thank
moments.
you, thank you. I'm
Um,
so glad it looked natural.
okay, I have to know, are you personally someone who believes in the supernatural?
I I have to say I do. I
Okay. Has being in these reinforced it, or is this what brought you to it, or were you already like predisposed to believe in this?
more like I feel like especially doing the second one, I'm just like I've come to this conclusion of like how could it not be
Mm,
real? You know?
okay.
Like how could it not be something out there? Like I totally believe like in spirits and stuff like that. So I feel like yeah, the more horror movies and the more horror scripts that I read and the more movies that I watch, I'm just like yeah, that you know what? That seems like a possibility. I mean,
I have the opposite where I have to tell myself it's not real in order to watch these movies.
oh yeah. See, I find that the more horror movies I watch, the more used to them I get. Like the
Mm.
more I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get less and less scared, like starting to understand, you know? So I'm like telling myself that like, you know what? That seemed really real. Like that could really happen. And like I purposely try and scare myself for some reason. I like watch horror movies with my sister at 1 a.m. So yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's method or research or whatever,
No,
which is
it's research. It's research. I'm trying to tap more into that horror genre, you know?
okay. Tangentially, though, if you could have actual supernatural or psychic powers, how would you want them to manifest? Like, what specific power would you want?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like manifestation is a pretty good one.
Ooh,
Like whatever you
okay.
say like out loud would come to fruition. I feel like that might turn bad though. Like if you say something out loud and it like bad and it comes to fruition, that would not be good. Um, but like, yeah, I mean, I would kill to have any sort of like superpower. So
Okay. All
like
right.
disappearing or like teleportation, you know, like that'd be sick.
Okay, I have to know. It's obviously a major. Well, it's not. I don't even know if it's a major spoiler. But what was your first reaction to finding out that it was the grabber returning, and not just the grabber, like the grabber?
I was shocked, honestly. I was thinking of so many different theories, like and possibilities with my parents, and I was like, how? How are they going to do a second one? Like how? How are they going to do it? And so finding out that it was the grabber returning in like a paranormal way, I was flabbergasted, and it was beyond different than any of my theories that I had had originally. So props to Scott and Cargill for fully catching me and my family off guard with that idea.
I think they caught all of us off guard with that idea, and yet made it work.
Yeah, they made it work. Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask because you have been watching and consuming and being in a lot of horror already. But what is one genre that you haven't done yet that you would like to?
Probably action. Like I would
Ooh,
kill to be in an action movie. I would do anything. I mean, I got to do a lot of my own stunts, majority of my own stunts in this one. And like stunts, I've always just been drawn to them for some reason. I don't know why. I love getting to do like the physical work. I feel like it just makes you feel so much more like your character and you're able to really pull from that. So yeah, probably like a superhero or something, or like a
okay.
badass spy, you know, like something like that. I don't know.
Look, you have the water skills now. You can put in the special skills
Exactly.
section.
I'm
It's already checked that
certified.
off.
I have that under my belt, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And we will use our powers to manifest this for you.
Exactly. Exactly.
That is my time. Thank you so much. This scared the crap
Thank
out of me. Let's
you.
not lie here. I
Yes.
was, yeah.
That's
Anyway,
the
thank you.
goal.
I know, right? Congrats on the film. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.